have seen its mother die.
We've got an orphan here, whose mother obviously is not here. He has taken up with number 6 and number 2, an adult female, and thankfully it's the coming together of a new pod seems to be happening. The challenge is keeping everybody alive so that we can see that new pod go back to the ocean where they belong.
Keeping all the whales alive will take a marathon effort, but the calf presents some special challenges.
It's got a few little teeth, and maybe if we can open up here, see if we can. You're still cutting teeth. See if there's just little nubs that have come out, and she's sticking her tongue out at you. Thank you very much. Not quite ready to catch fish.
The orphan has a lot of growing up to do. It must bond with the other whales or face a life in captivity. In the view of many here, a fate worse than death.
Oh, that was good.
Why whales strand themselves is one of the most bewildering mysteries surrounding these great creatures. But it is hardly the only one. For all the communion we may feel with whales and dolphins, we know shockingly little about them. Far from the shores of sunny Florida, amid fantastic seascapes of water and ice, another kind of whale is just beginning to give up its secrets. This is the Arctic's great bowhead whale. Once a coveted prize for European whalers, it was driven to the edge of extinction. Today they are on the rebound, but remain threatened. Perhaps 350 of these grand and mysterious leviathans frequent the waters off western Greenland. Now, Danish scientist Mads Peter Heide Jorgensen has launched a groundbreaking study of these whales.
I actually think maybe there's 2.
It's only in recent years that we are being able to find enough bowheads to do meaningful studies on them. The fact that we know so little about them gives an enormous challenge to try to figure out where they go, what they do, how they do it.
Mads Peter has chosen a grueling line of work. Whales are among the hardest of all animals to study. And the Arctic is an utterly unforgiving environment in which to work. Mads Peter and his team are here to put satellite tags on the whales. Only then can they hope to chart the bowhead's travels through the Arctic. It's brutal, bone-chilling work, but exhilarating.
Every time I get a close encounter with a bowhead whale, you know, the heart beats a little faster. You see it at a distance and you drive up to it, but when you get there, it's so much larger than what you thought, and it's always scary to be very close to them.
Bowheads are among the largest of the whales, weighing up to 60 tons or more.
I think it's a little bit bumpy right now.
They may be big targets, but tagging them can be dangerous work. There's no way to predict how the giant creatures will react to being pursued. The Arctic Ocean is an alien world for humans, but for the bowhead whale, this is home. At this time of year, food is everywhere. Millions of tiny shrimp-like copepods, each a rich bundle of fat. The bowhead is well equipped to harvest them, opening its enormous mouth that strains copepods by the ton. The whales feed here for just 3 weeks and then head off to parts unknown. To find out where, Mads Peter and his team will play out an ancient harpooning epic in miniature. But for the good of the whales. A near miss, but the team is not easily deterred. And so much hangs in the balance.
We should study them not just because we love them, but also because they are important parts of the ecosystem and they have important stories to tell back to us.
Coming up! Wait! Oh, they're coming up again! Stop! Yes! It went in all the way.
The enigmatic bowhead sets off on its chilly course, taking us along via satellite. Knowing where it will go is a crucial step in the battle to protect its waters and ensure the future of its kind. In Puget Sound, Washington, Ken Balcom pored over images from the naval sonar exercise of May 5th, 2003.
I just wonder what it's like for these whales. We're seeing responses that suggest there's some of them trying to get their head out of the water, they're unsure of which direction to swim. Just how much hearing damage do they suffer as a result of this? And how important is it to their survival if they've lost hearing in this frequency range?
Exactly how sonar might affect marine mammals like whales and porpoises has long been a matter of controversy. But Ken knew that sonar can harm at least one kind of whale. Eerily enough, the evidence also arrived on his doorstep, but in a different place more than 3 years earlier. The Bahama Islands, March 2000. Ken had been studying a group of little-known beaked whales for almost a decade. One morning, the unthinkable happened. One of his whales came ashore.
The most extraordinary part was that it swam in right in front of the house that we were staying in. It could have been a mile away and we'd never heard about it. As we were pushing the first whale out, neighbors reported another whale about a mile away. So we went down and kept it wet. And while we were doing that, other neighbors reported another whale.
"17 animals stranded that day, including 1 dolphin, 2 minke whales, and 14 beaked whales, 6 of which died. Ken took to the air to look for more whales and whatever might be driving them out of the water. He sighted more strandings. Then he spotted a U.S. Navy destroyer. Ken later confirmed that the destroyer was part of a Navy battle group engaged in a sonar exercise.
Just about everything within 50 miles of that exercise tried to get out of the water. All these creatures that we'd spent 10 years studying were dying. I was devastated by this whole event because, first of all, we were very attached to these animals. We came to know them, and our study population was being decimated in front of our eyes.
But Ken needed proof. At the urging of a colleague in the Office of Naval Research, He collected the heads of two